Do women even love men anymore? Or are they just using them for attention and emotions? This toxic belief that women aren't capable of love is spreading like wildfire. And it is dead wrong. If you've ever wondered about this, today's video is going to change everything. We're going to break down where this lie comes from and why it's so dangerous. And then we'll talk about what science and real love actually say. And just in case you're wondering, this isn't just my opinion. There's real, solid research that backs this up, published in places like the Times and New York Post. So hold on to your hats because this is going to be a good one. Just in case this is your first time watching, welcome. My name is Melannie. I'm a Christian dating coach for men and your go-to source to a wholesome approach to love and relationships. No mind games, no tricks. I'm all about a science-based approach to wholesome, lifelong love. So if you are looking for authentic, lifelong love, make sure you hit that subscribe button. Okay, let's start by talking about where this lie comes from. This lie that women are not capable of love, or that women just want to use men. They don't want to love men anymore. Where did that lie come from? One place it comes from is toxic coaches preaching bitterness, not solutions. Toxicity has a way of spreading, and if you have a toxic coach, they're going to coach you in that toxicity. Another place this comes from is from men who have truly been hurt. They've been deeply hurt, and understandably, they become jaded. In addition to that, our culture glorifies drama, casual sex, and emotional detachment. But, and here's the important part, pain doesn't equal truth. As a matter of fact, this is something I know all too well. I'm gonna get a little bit more personal than I usually do for a minute. Is that okay? Are we cool with this? I know I have many new faces here, and many of you probably don't know my story. The short version is I was raised with an incredibly abusive father, horribly abusive. And as I got older, you date what you know, and so I started dating guys who were equally as abusive. And I got to a point in my life where I just kind of thought, is this as good as it gets? Are all guys jerks? Does nobody actually want to love me for me? Am I going to have to feel this way forever? And I started kind of thinking and feeling like all guys were just jerks. And I'm so glad that God taught me through this, because I felt like God was saying, do you like how you feel right now? The answer is no. I felt terrible. I felt absolutely awful. I didn't want to live the rest of my life thinking guys were jerks. And obviously, if I had, I wouldn't be here teaching you right now. And God taught me through this, and I realized that I needed to make some changes in my mindset. And I had to work really hard to start finding the positive out there instead of the negative. I had to distance myself from the toxic and start focusing on the healthy and the positive and the wholesome. And as I did that, I was able to break that cycle of feeling like all guys were jerks. So yes, if you are feeling that bitterness and that pain, I'm sorry. For whoever did that to you, it was wrong and it shouldn't have happened. However, what I learned and what I would like to share with you is you can either stay in that bitterness and it will only get worse. It's like an infected wound. It doesn't get better if you just let it fester. Or you can move forward in proactive and positive ways, and that's what's going to lead you to the love you deserve. Now that we've covered where these lies come from, where this toxicity comes from, some of it is probably fully justified, but staying there and focusing on just the rotten ones is going to make you blind to all the good ones. So now that we understand this, let's talk about what research really says. Research shows us that women are wired for connection and emotional bonding. This is literally how God made us. We also find that couples who cuddle and show affection report less stress and deeper emotional connection. Wow, it's almost like that's how God made us. We also find that many women display secure attachment styles. Real women want real love, especially from strong, grounded, high-value men. So let's just point that out one more time. I'm talking about real women here, okay? I'm talking about the high-value women. We're not talking about the toxic ones. Toxic people do a lot of damage very quickly. But that doesn't mean the high value people don't exist. So let's break this down a little bit further and bust the myth that women can't truly love men. Number one, women are wired for emotional bonding and connection. Biologically and psychologically, women are designed to form strong emotional connections, especially in romantic relationships. Research shows that oxytocin, also known as the love hormone, plays a huge role in this. It helps women form emotional bonds with a partner. This is part of why women can love so deeply and so loyally. Number two, high quality women are more likely to have secure attachment styles. Securely attached women are emotionally stable and dependable, and they're able to form healthy, lasting relationships. They aren't chasing chaos. They want real love with a man they can trust. Number three, physical affection improves emotional safety in relationships. One study found that cuddling before sleep actually reduces stress and strengthens your emotional connection, showing that affection is mutually needed and emotionally nourishing, not just for her and not just for you, but for both of you. Both men and women need that connection. Now, here's an interesting fact for you. Research shows us that men often rely more heavily on their romantic partner for emotional support than women do. And the reason why is actually pretty simple. Men tend to emotionally open up more to just their romantic partner, where a woman tends to open up to her friends, her family, her mom, and her romantic partner. This means that love is not one-sided. Women do love. However, many men are lacking the strategy to find a woman who is emotionally mature enough to give it back. Honestly, this is why I created my academy. And when doors open for enrollment, I invite you to join. That's where I'll walk you through how to find the love of your life and be completely irresistible to her. Now, the next thing you need to know is women desire deep, lasting commitment, especially those with strong faith and values. Studies show that Christian women in particular are far more likely to prioritize love, trust, and lifelong commitment in relationships. And honestly, this is no surprise. When someone puts God first and they truly value their relationship with God, they're not just doing it to look good to other people. But if it's truly about her relationship with God, then she is going to want to live a Christ-like life. She's going to want to follow Christ's example. That means being honest. That means being chaste. That means being true. And so if she has that pattern in her life, she is going to be far more likely to prioritize that wholesome approach to love. Women, the way God creates women is we are natural nurturers. We love to take care of the people we care about. And so she is just aching to shower a man with feminine love and attention. She wants to take care of him in the way a wife should take care of her husband. And that is something that is deeply ingrained in who we are. So now that you know all of this, let's talk about what this means for you. You do not have to become toxic to be loved. Honestly, one of the hardest parts about being a coach for me is seeing all the toxicity online. Sometimes it's too much for me to handle. It is so heartbreaking to me to see people teaching toxic things as if it's truth, and all they're doing is hurting the people they're supposedly supposed to be helping. And so many people will try to teach you all these toxic strategies to try and get quick sex or to try and feel loved. Bitterness will never lead to fulfillment. Ever. High quality, godly women are out there. Honestly, they want a good guy as long as he's not passive or obsessed with people pleasing or too insecure. That's usually where the good guys get it wrong. So be confident, be emotionally mature, and be rooted in Christ. That's magnetic. Here's something I want you to remember. If you remember nothing else I talked about in this video, you were not meant to be used. You were meant to be cherished by the right woman. If you've been burned, I see you. You've already heard my story. I know what that's like. But don't let bitterness steal your future. Now, where do you go from here? As I mentioned earlier, when doors to Attracting Lasting Love Academy open, I invite you to join. In the meantime, I have an awesome free guide that's going to help you understand how a high-value, godly woman thinks about love and attraction. This guide is 11 things men do that make women melt. And you will find no mind games there, because the mind games actually push the high-value women away. There's a link in the description below and a link in the pinned comment. Educating yourself about women and understanding how they think is going to put you light years ahead in your love life. So make sure you download that. Again, it's just in the description below, and there's a link in the pinned comment. Don't give up on love. Real women do love deeply. You just need the right strategy to find her, and that's exactly what I'm here to help you with. Thank you so much for watching, my amazing friend. If you have a friend who really needs to hear this today, please share this video with him. I'm sure it would help him a ton. We all need to hear comforting truth, right? And if you don't yet follow me on Facebook and Instagram, I share some exclusive content that is only seen in my stories there. So make sure you follow along. I will put links in the description below. Thank you so much again, my amazing friend, and have an amazing day. Just in case this is your first time as we dive in, welcome. I can't talk today. So if you are looking for authentic, lifelong love, make sure you hit that subscribe button. That was awkward. We also find that that was fun. Okay, sorry. That was probably bad on the mic. You can tell when I'm getting really into it because my hands start going all over the place. Preach. Okay, secret end of the video club. I've got something awesome to tell you. So in the last video, we talked about merch, right? And thank you for everyone who said they'd like to see that. It's something I've always wanted to do. And I am excited to officially announce that I have created merch. It isn't available quite yet by the time this video will be out. I've already ordered samples so that I can check it out first before it becomes available to buy. And if you're following me on my stories on Facebook and Instagram, you can see as I discover these samples for the first time, because I'm planning on doing an unboxing video or something. So I wanted to update you on that, because I'm really excited. So our word for the end of the video today is update, because you have been updated. Thank you so much for being here. Never forget that you're amazing.